Hey there, my name's Ken Carson, one of the owners at Xybix, and I'm here in Lafayette Parish Communications District with Linda. She's assistant director, and we're going to talk a little bit about their brand new building and the whole process they went through to figure out how their building's going to be set up, what's going to be in the building. I mean, because it's phenomenal in here. You'll see some more videos on that later, but thank you for doing this, Linda.
Oh, you're welcome. Our pleasure.
I was here a couple years ago, and I was at your old center. So tell people about your old center, because I mean, this is such a big difference between that and here, which is beautiful.
Yeah, our old center was in the basement of the Lafayette Parish Courthouse. It was really old, no windows. The equipment we had was probably like 25 years old, and it was just really time for a move.
Yeah, she's putting it nicely. So great location here. You've got your own chunk of land. Do you know how big this whole building is?
This building is 23,000 square feet.
Okay. And it's set up, we're in Louisiana, so I mean, it's set up for hurricanes. They've got redundancy in here. It's super impressive. They gave us a tour earlier. So how did you guys go about getting funding for this project?
Well, the funding for the project came from our telephone surcharges that we charge. We've been saving our money for 29 years to get a bigger, better facility to serve the citizens of Lafayette Parish. So we saved money all those years, and finally we were able to secure the land and start hiring an architect, doing the design of the building, and ultimately we got a construction contractor, and we built the building. And it took like 3 years in the design phase, but we're really pleased with what we came out with.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of centers here in Louisiana and all across the country. I'm impressed with the thought that was put into this. So I know you and Craig went and saw other centers and did some traveling to check them out. So what did you see out there? What was really impressive? Because you've obviously taken it and incorporated it into this building.
Right. Well, what we try to do is a design that would fit the needs of our people and our territory here. Of course, we're very prone to hurricanes, so our building is built to withstand Category 5 hurricanes out there. Prone to flooding. We selected land that was not in any flood zones, and we elevated the property also. We looked at other buildings, their redundancy, their grounding. We tried to take best practices from every center that we saw. So we incorporated all of that into our plans. And of course, our people are our greatest asset. So what we did is we asked every one of them, hey, what ideas do you have? What could make your job better, easier? From the design of the center itself, we let them select the consoles and everything else, their break rooms. So altogether, we made a center that's going to serve Lafayette well and really take care of our employees.
Yeah, and they've got a heck of a kitchen here, and they can survive here for, I'm sure, weeks at a time without anything with the hurricanes. So a kitchen, what else do you have that's kind of unique in this building that you wouldn't see, say, where I am from in Colorado,
yes.
Right?
Well, we, of course, have a kitchen. In addition to 911, we're the Office of Homeland Security for Lafayette Parish. So during any type of disaster or potential disaster, we activate the Emergency Operations Center. So we have to prepare to sustain ourselves for like 2 weeks without any services. So we have water, we have MREs, we have a full-size kitchen that we can cook, we have commercial appliances. In addition, we have dormitories where our people could stay here and sleep. We have showers and everything else, and a washer and dryer. So that way our people don't have to travel in any type of inclement weather. And when tropical storm force winds start hitting the coast, we bring them in. They stay for the duration of the storm. So wow. we're prepared that way. We have emergency generators. We have 2 of them. We have a 450 kW diesel generator, and we have a 450 kW natural gas generator. So full redundancy in our building.
I want to hug you when this is done. You're awesome.
Not really.
She's top notch. This is great. So tell me a little bit about our portion of this here at Xybix. So we ended up providing you guys with the dispatch furniture. And I know, gosh, we talked to you guys like 3 years ago, and I know you guys did your shopping, and you had to go to RFP, right? So talk to me about the process there and how it worked for you here in Lafayette.
Yes. Well, what we did for the console positions, it's very important that our 911 operators have all the tools that they need to do their job.
Yeah.
So the consoles, that's their little home when they're at work. So we tried to get all the features that we thought would make them ergonomically comfortable. We went to several trade shows. We looked at several different manufacturers' furniture. We did an RFP. We had a team that evaluated all the RFPs. We had our people look at them and look. We love the quality of the Xybix. I think we purchased every bell and whistle that they could have, and we're very, very pleased. It's one of the best purchases that we did for this building.
Now, I love your color scheme in here. It's not, I don't know how to explain it, but the colors are fantastic, and you've got some acoustical on the walls, and that's a nice green, and it seems like it's a very inviting color. So what was your decision process in the color scheme with everything?
Well, the color scheme was kind of calm, cooling. You know, a 911 operator has a very stressful job. So you want something that is a very calming color that they have to work in their environment each day.
Yeah. Now, you worked with Brittany from Xybix on this. So how did Brittany help you through the process as kind of an account manager / salesperson? We want to guide you through that.
Yeah, Brittany was great. Anytime I called her with any kind of question, she was always there to answer them. She sent me every sample of the fabrics that you had to offer. She sent me all the countertop things. We discussed them, did color matching, showed me other people what they had or whatever, and helped me in the selection process.
Yeah, great, great. So what do you think the hardest part, what is the hardest thing to pick out in this room? What was your biggest decision to make in here?
Probably the furniture, because
Okay.
that's the most important for our people. You know, we have CAD computers. Well, everybody has, you know, we have CAD, and CAD is very important in here. The monitors and everything else, but it's what our people are going to sit in and operate from. We have the heaters, we have the task lighting. A lot of people like to stand, so we got the consoles that they can stand or sit, and we were very surprised that a lot of them stand half the day. So, so I think that was the hardest, to pick all the different features that we knew would fit them.
Yeah, in a project like this, it seems the furniture, dollar-wise, we're a small part of it, but we're the keystone to everything, because you've got to put your radio system on here. You got to put your telephone system on our furniture. So we're a big part of the installation of the building out of the building, getting this room done. And then, like you said, your number one asset, without a doubt, is your people. And
Right.
we always feel like your number two asset then is probably your radio system, right? Whichever system you're using, but we're the key there to get them working together. So we take a lot of pride in making sure we get that
Exactly.
stuff done right.
And what we liked about the consoles is that y'all helped us in designing it. You know, different people have different designs. They design where the supervisor's elevated. They design where the supervisor's on one end of the room. They design it different ways. Well, we designed it based upon our needs. We have 2 sets of pods where the day shift works on one set, the night shift works on the other pod. So they don't have to wait and for the people to sign off at the end of the shift for them to sign on. They're ready to go when they, you know, when they sign on, they can go. In addition, we put the supervisors in the middle, so that way the night pod and the day pod, they have a supervisor in the middle of them. And we put our operations manager on the end with glass so she can see through. So we find it's a really good setup for our application.
And this is what I see out there. This actually is a unique layout. And I didn't think I'd see a unique layout after doing this for 20-some years, but they did a great job on this. So my last question is, you know, how do you think your employees feel when they walk into this new room, when they walk into this building?
Well, I think they feel really good. What we did for our employees, early on we showed them the building. We said, no more showing. We're not going to show you anything else because we want to surprise you. We want to see, you know, we want to show you the finished product. So when we did, we had them come shift by shift, and they came and we showed them. And when they walked in this room, they were ecstatic. They were so excited and happy, and you know, just really pleased at their new work environment.
That's great. That makes me happy. So I know you visited a lot of other centers, and I think it's fantastic if you have the ability to do that. You can always call, talk to people, take advantage of that. So what tips would you give somebody else that's in this process? So they're 3 years out or maybe 5 years out, and they're like, oh, we're starting to get money for a new building, not just the furniture portion of it, but the whole building. So what tips would you give them to make their team work together for this?
Well, it take you to your time in design. Involve your whole staff. Everybody has unique ideas. Everybody brings stuff to the table. So that's our big take. We went and we saw the best practices. We brought them back. We wrote them down. We took pictures. And when we met with our architects, we said, this is what we would like to see. And we tweaked it along the way. So, you know, it's a work in progress. But I think we did a pretty good job in addressing all of our needs. And we built our center for a 25-year growth. So we have a lot of storage. A lot of centers I hear, that's one of the mistakes they make. They don't have enough storage, and they're in the building for 3 years and they're out of storage. So that's one thing that we took into consideration. We have to have our PPE, our meals ready to eat, bottled water, masks, gowns, stuff like that. So we took our time in the design of it. We want to make sure that it was a safe, stable building. We have exercise equipment for our employees. So we just take your time in your design. Think about your everyday operation and what you do and what can you improve.
Once again, I'm super impressed with everything you guys have here. Like I said, not just the Xybix furniture, but the whole building and all that. So I'm going to use you and Craig as a reference, especially for people that are in that 3, 4, 5 year range out. And I'm going to have them call you and you can talk to them about that. You're good with that, right?
Absolutely, okay. Absolutely. I'd be glad to help our public safety partners because, you know, furniture and building is very important in your long range planning, and quality furniture, the things that you put in your building, you're going to have for a long time because, as you know, funds are hard to come by and you can't replace it just every other year.
All right, well, thank you very much for spending a little time with me.
Thank you
for letting us come down here and shoot video all day long. We really appreciate it. Your center's gorgeous. I can't wait to tell people about it and show it off to more people. But thank you very much for your guys' time.
Thank you, Ken.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.